Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I will teach you how to prepare for and pass a support worker interview. So if you have a support worker interview coming up for any organisation whatsoever, please do watch this from beginning to end. It will make a big difference to your interview preparation and performance at the interview, and to achieve that, this is what I'm going to cover. I'm going to give you sample support worker interview questions. I will give you suggested answers to those interview questions to help you pass. I will also tell you the qualities that you have to demonstrate during your support worker interview. And I will also give you further resources to help you pass your interview. So there are 4 really good reasons why you should watch this from beginning to end. Now, before I get into the tutorial, a very warm welcome to this support worker interview training presentation. My name is Richard McMunn, that's me there in the centre. I've been helping people to pass their interviews for over 20 years now, and I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you can't find anywhere else. Please do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the weekly training videos. And I would also very much appreciate your support if you gave the video a like. Thank you very much. That tells me you enjoy the content and therefore I'll create more for you. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always good to connect with like-minded professionals. So let's get into those support worker interview questions and answers. The first one is, tell me about yourself and why you want to become a support worker. So this is pretty much guaranteed to be the first interview question, and my tip for answering it positively is the best way to respond to this interview question is to focus purely on the skills and qualities you have that will enable you to become a competent support worker. Here is my suggested answer. I have a good work ethic, I have plenty of experience in helping people, and I also have the ability to follow rules, regulations and procedures. The experience I've gained in life so far, both personally and professionally, I feel will ensure that I carry out the role of a support worker to the necessary standards. I want to become a support worker simply because it is a job I feel the most comfortable in. I really enjoy making a difference to people's lives, and I also gain a tremendous amount of job satisfaction when I can visibly see the difference my work is making to others. I totally understand the level of responsibility that comes with being a support worker, and you can rely on me to be consistent in my work, be available to work the hours needed, and also maintain exemplary standards throughout. That is a brilliant answer, and it gets you off on the right footing for the remainder of your support worker interview. So you can either pause the video and write down those answers if you want to, or if you wait, I will tell you where you can download my full set of support worker interview questions and top scoring answers. Let's move on to the next question. Why do you want to work for our organisation as a support worker? Now, my tip is carry out a little bit of research into the organisation you're applying to join as a support worker, and during your research, choose some positive aspects about them that you can then use in your answer. Here is my suggested response. I am always very careful about the organisation I work for as a support worker, as you have to have the support needed to carry out the work professionally. When I first saw the position advertised, I carried out a little bit of research to look into your care standards and also the code of conduct you expect your staff to adhere to. I feel if I am successful today at the interview, and I get to become a support worker for you, the standards you expect from your staff and the standards I personally work to will be very much closely aligned. You are clearly a professional company who cares, and you also only employ people who want to provide the best service possible to patients and clients. That's another great answer. Now, when you're ready, I still have some to work through, by the way, so please do stick around, but you can click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. It takes you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of support worker interview questions and top scoring answers. Let's now move on to the next question. How would you prioritise your workload as a support worker? So this interview question is clearly assessing your ability to not only take on lots of work, but that you can also prioritise what needs to be done first. So let's give them an answer that shows you are a highly organised and efficient support worker. Here it is. I have plenty of experience in prioritising my workload, and I understand that I will be responsible for a large number of patients and clients as your support worker. I would prioritise my work by ensuring a fair and consistent approach to all tasks. I would assess what needs to be done first before making sure my work was thorough and in line with my training and the organisation's regulations and procedures. There will, of course, be times where I need to amend my working day in order to respond to urgent tasks or support work, and I am confident I have the adaptability and the flexibility to meet the ever-changing demands of the role. Next question. A nurse asks you to give some medication to a patient. What would you do? So this question is assessing your honesty, integrity and professionalism, and there is only really one correct way to answer this question, so don't get caught out. Unless I had been trained to administer the medication, I would say no. Now, although I am someone who will always help out wherever possible, one thing I will not do is breach the code of conduct. I am not currently trained to give or administer medication, and on that basis I would politely refuse and explain the reasons why. At all times whilst working as a support worker, it is my responsibility to provide excellent care for my patients and clients, and to achieve that goal, I have to follow my training and the rules and procedures laid down by the health organisation I am working for. So that is a professional answer, and that is the correct way to answer it. Of course, if you have been trained to administer medication, it's a different matter altogether. However, you have to make sure you follow the rules and regulations. Very important. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Now, my tip for answering this highly is, when preparing your answer to this support worker interview question, make sure you provide 3 strengths, 1 weakness, and also state what you're doing to improve upon that particular weakness. So as I say, give them 3 strengths, that's important, just 1 weakness, and then state what you're doing to improve upon the weakness. That's a great way to answer this question. Here we go. One of my core strengths is my patient and caring nature, which means I will be able to meet the necessary care standards expected of your organisation. The second strength I possess is my ability to effectively manage a large workload. I am a hard worker, I will never complain, and I will always go out of my way to get my duties done with positivity and determination. Another core strength of mine is the fact I am flexible and adaptable, which means I will work with you to make sure you meet your support worker objectives. In regard to my weakness, the only one I believe I possess is that I sometimes find it difficult to ask for help. I'm someone who takes great pride in my work, and I prefer to figure things out for myself. However, I do understand how important it is to ask for help when needed, as there are lots of experienced people within an organisation who would be willing to help me out whenever I need it. So that's great because it is loaded with strengths. There is 1 weakness, and you are telling them exactly what you are doing to work on it. So, next step for you to take is to click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. It takes you through to my website passmyinterview.com, and you can see my full set of support worker interview questions and answers, including the ones that I've covered during this tutorial, but there's loads more that I work through on that page. There's also some important tips on the website for helping you pass your support worker interview. I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the like button, please. Thank you very much. And connect with me on LinkedIn if you do have a LinkedIn account. And other than that, I wish you all the best for passing your support worker interview. Have a brilliant day.